Hey lovelies, you're welcome back again to my channel. How are you all doing? Thanks for stopping by again. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this beautiful bomber jacket. I have always wanted to make this for myself. If you are just coming across this channel, you are highly welcome. Let's dive into the video. For these bomber jackets, I'll be needing my fabric, my lining, my elastic, scissors, chalk, matching thread, pins, my zipper, then of course I have my measurement here. As you can see, I have cut out my fabric and I used the full length of 22. Although my original full length is 26, but I took out 4 inches because I'll be attaching an elastic band to it. So this is my full length for now. Then my bust measurement is 39. I added 5 inches because I want the jacket to be free on my body. So that gave me 44. 44 divided by 4, and that is 11. So this cloth is folded into 4 and this is my 11 inches. Then I added extra inches for seam allowance, and that's the extra you are seeing here. Since this fabric is folded into 4, I'll be able to cut out both panels at the same time. I'm going to be getting my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2, and that is 8 inches. Note, I'm not going to put my tape here because this is for the zipper. Rather, I'm going to be starting from here. So my shoulder measurement is 8 inches. Then I'll be using a neck width and neck depth of about 3 inches. So 3 inches wide and 3 inches deep. Note, the 3 inches is for the front panel, so we don't confuse it. But for the back panel, I'll be coming down by 1 inch. Hope that makes sense. Let me create the curve for the front panel, and this is for the front panel. Hope you understand, because the front is usually deeper than the back. I will be coming down by 1 inch for the back panel. Hope that makes sense, and I've also created the design. So this is how it's going to be. Then the shoulder is not fully straight. I'll be coming down by 1 inch here, and this will serve as my shoulder slope. I'll be connecting this to the neck line, and here is how it is. So this is how it's going to be. Then my armhole is 8 inches, but because I want this jacket to be free, I'll be coming down by 9 inches like this. If you don't know how to calculate your armhole, just check my channel for that. You will see how I explained how to get your armhole. So I'll be drawing a straight line this way. Again, the front armhole is different from the back armhole. For this one, I'm just going to draw a curve like this. Like this. Then this is my bust line now. My bust is 11 inches. 11 inches plus 2 inches seam allowance. Did you see that? Then with that, I can just extend this line, and I will extend my curve. So this is how the back is going to be. Since it's a bomber jacket, I'm not going to make it fitted because when I put my elastic here, it's still going to form gathers. So I'm just going to maintain this measurement all the way down. For the, I'll cut out this now, but when cutting out the armhole for the front panel, I'll just come in a little. So the best way to do that is just like, I won't cut this one out yet, I'll cut the others then, so that I can see how I'll be able to cut the front panel. So this is just how it's going to be.
You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.
Just watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to mark this like this, and this I've already cut out this part. I'm just going to draw a straight line down.
Myself at the spine.
So I'll divide this line by 2. I'm going to divide this line by 2. This is 9 inches, so this is 4.5. I'm going to come out by half an inch. So this is how this is going to be. Hope it's clear. It's a freehand sketch. So I'm using my freehand here.
Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, babe.
Okay. Then for the shoulder slope, I will leave half an inch to join here for joining. So I'm not going to totally cut off everything. Cut out the neck. This place I'm going to be opening here up. This is for the zipper. But before I do that, I will first cut out the lining for this jacket. I'm going to place it on the lining to cut it out. The next thing to do is to cut out the sleeves. So this was what I did. I just folded the fabric into 2 on the wrong side. Then I folded again such that after cutting out, I'll be having 2 pieces. My full sleeve length is about 22 inches, but I'll be marking out 20 inches. That's because I'll be attaching an elastic to the cuff part. So that's the 20 inches I'm marking there. Then I also went ahead to create the armhole curve. But if you want to learn how to draft a basic sleeve pattern, it's available on my channel. Kindly check it out. For this tutorial, I just did a freehand sketch. I then went ahead to cut it out. So here is how it looks after cutting out, and as you can see, I have 2 pieces there. I have cut out the lining for everything. This is for the back panel. This is the front panel. And this for the sleeve. So for this front panel, I'm going to be opening it up because of the zipper that will be there. That's all for that. Take note of the 2 inches zipper. So this is what I'm going to do next. I will sew close here up, sew here, and this is my sleeve, which I will also going to attach. I'll attach it. I'll attach this as well. I'm going to attach this as well. Then after attaching everything, I'll sew it at 2 inches because I added extra 2 inches at that one. So I'm going to sew it all the way down. If you watch this part very closely, you will notice that I cut out another sleeve, and that's because the previous one was looking too short. So if I may suggest, if you are trying to make your bomber jacket, try to use your actual sleeve length, because by the time you put your gathers, it will be looking shorter. So that was exactly what I did now. So I replaced the sleeve to use my normal sleeve length. Then I stitched everything together. I also did that for the lining as well. The next thing is to put the pocket. If you look at the pattern of the pocket, I was trying to follow the design on the fabric. I just cut out a rectangular piece. I folded it into 2. This part is more like an eye judgment kind of sewing. After folding that fabric into two, I just folded one side so that it forms a slant, and that will be where you'll be passing your hand through. Then I just tried to make it straight. That's the part I'm cutting out because it was looking as if the pocket would be too high. Then I just trimmed off that slant part. And after doing that, I separated the fabric such that I will have for the two sides. This is how it's going to be. You can see it followed the design on the fabric. So the next thing I'll be doing is to cut out the lining. I'll be cutting out the lining with the same measurements. Alright.
You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me.
I got my elastic band and I marked it like that. So what I did next was to fold it into two so that I will have for the two pockets. The elastic was not really giving, like it wasn't looking very neat, but then that was what I got to buy. So watch what I did here. The right side of the fabric is facing up. I placed the elastic in between. Then I placed the right side of the lining to face down, meaning the right side of the fabric is facing the right side of the lining. So I'll also do that for the other pocket, and I'll take it to my sewing machine to sew. Then after sewing it, I'm going to turn it inside out, then give it a good ironing. This is how it looks after giving it a good press. So I went ahead to just position it on the jacket, and I made sure I followed the pattern on the fabric. As you can see, they are all aligning, the designs are aligning. Then I held it down with pins. Then I did the same for the other pocket as well. After now, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine to stitch down, leaving that part that the hand will go through. That's the only part that will be left unsewn, but the other part you stitch it down. Let me go stitch it and I'm going to show you exactly what I've just explained. This is how it's going to be. As you can see, the beauty is already coming out. So the next thing is to work on the neck. I'm going to be taking the measurement of the neck. Note I already had 2 inches for the zipper, so I'm going to mark the 2 inches out. Then from the point I marked the 2 inches, I'm just going to take the measurement round to also meet the other part where I also marked the 2 inches as well. So meaning I'll be leaving 2 inches on both sides of the front panel. Then I got 18 after measuring the round neck. So I'm going to be cutting out 18 inches of my elastic. After cutting it, I'll be dividing it into two because it's going to be too wide for the neck design. Like I said earlier, I didn't really fancy the elastic, but that was what I could get. Now I'm going to split this. I also went ahead to create a curve at the extreme, because if you don't create that curve, it's not going to look good after stitching. So I just created that curve. Then I will just go ahead to pin it on the neck. Just watch what I did here. So starting from the 2 inches mark, I'm just going to pin it down. I will do this till I get to the end of the elastic. I also got my lining, so I will be placing the two right sides like this. What I mean is that the right side of the lining will be facing the right side of the fabric. So I'm just going to pin it on top of the elastic that way, and I'm going to stitch down. By following this method, you are going to be hiding the stitches. I've just finished pinning it down. I'm going to take it to my sewing machine to sew. This is how it's going to look after stitching. What I did here was just to put the sleeves inside the sleeve of the fabric, then just align it properly. Now I've succeeded in hiding the stitches, so you can see it. You won't even notice where the rough edge is by sewing it this way. So I'll just try to arrange it very well. Then after arranging, what I'll do is just to like fold in the raw edges of the remaining parts like this. I'm going to fold it in like this, then I will stitch down. Note, when folding in the raw edges, it applies to both the fabric and the lining. I'll also do this for the sleeve as well. That's the cuff right there. I will fold it in to stitch. Here is how it looks. I've folded in all the raw edges. It's looking very neat now. You can see it. So I'll go ahead now to create the elastic band for the waist. I just cut out this piece, and watch what I'll do here. I'll just be dividing it into two. Like it's going to take a portion of that part, then I'll fold it into two like this. Then I would just put in my elastic band, but before putting that, I will fold in the raw edge again so that it will come out neat. Then after folding in the raw edge, I will place it that way. Then you can decide to hold it with pin. Then the other part of the band, you also do the same thing. But note, the elastic band is not as long as the measurement of the waist. It has to be a little smaller so that it can form gathers. If it's exactly the measurement of the round waist, then it's not going to produce that gathers that we actually want. After folding in the raw edges like this, I will take it to the sewing machine to stitch, and here is how it's going to look. The band is fully stitched, and here is how it looks. So what you're going to do is just to place the end of the elastic like this. You hold it down with pin. As you can see it, just hold it down with pin because that is how you are going to stitch it down. You can hold it down with, say, maybe 2 or 3 pins. Then you also take the other end of the elastic band and pin it down this way. Then after doing this, you should know that it's not going to be the same length because the elastic is shorter. But then while sewing, you just try to drag the elastic so that it's going to form the gathers. And for the cuff, it's almost the same thing we are going to do there. You make the cuff a little smaller than the actual round cuff measurement. So that is how it's going to look. I've just gone to stitch it. You can see it has come out fine. It's really giving that bomber jacket look. This was really very easy to make. So the last thing we are going to be doing is to fix the zipper. While fixing the zipper, try to take note of the zipper allowance. That is the 2 inches we marked. So that is where you are going to fix the zipper. Now we are done, and this really came out very beautiful. Honestly, I've been wanting to make this bomber jacket for myself, and now I finally made one. The African print fabric really made it look beautiful. Just check it out. Just see how this beauty looks. I love everything about it. If you found this video very helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. And if you are just coming across this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button. And don't also forget to turn on your notification bell so that you can keep seeing my videos. Do like, comment, and share this video. See you in my next one, and bye.